When it comes to sports in a third world country, one might mention football, netball, badminton, or even tennis. Recently, however, there has been a rise in a popular Western sport, making its ranks in the Botswana sub-Saharan atmosphere called skateboarding. A sport known for its peculiar way of dressing, its rowdy noise, but also for its community and newfound source of income for the youth in Botswana.
Sure. My name is Theo Setsetse. I'm a professional skateboarder.
My name is Musako Chalashika. Also, I'm in the streets to call me Loso, and I'm a photographer and a part-time videographer.
So hi, my name is Kagosoluburu, and I'm a professional skater, and I'm also a producer.
My name is Immaculate Annalise Toilet, otherwise known as Ether. Right, my occupation is a second year student at the University of Botswana, studying digital media.
My name is Brandon Maja. I'm a skateboarder.
Business, business, di snack, di drink, sweets, meal, halas business, tona business, yana potla na yana.
My name is Mathudu Batami. Landscaping.
Naledi Shedile, and I'm a skater.
Skateboarding in Botswana is currently growing. More kids than older guys, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's fun for starters. That's one of the most important things. It's a form of exercise. It's a release, an escape from the real world. A way to, deal with things as much as anything else.
Skateboarding, it's an art. Yeah.
Sport sa teng hela gore nna ka ha ke bona ba ira ka teng gore ba go tlhele go go boya hela ibile gape ba tsama mo stomping yana go tlhele ke boya gore ba ka tla go gore ka re ke bona ka re se borai yana hela.
No, skateboarding is just a sport, just for entertainment hela. Yeah, asore ke do tsama khete kana yang. No, it's a part of sports.
Break a leg nose
I've been skating for just over 10 years now. And, when I started skating, it started off as, when you're young and you're just kind of dabbling around in a bunch of things. But yeah, it's something that kind of stuck with me.
I started skating in 2010, and I just started skating because I thought it was cool, honestly. I liked the way the guys were dressed, and it's just something I wanted to be a part of.
I've been skating for a decade now, and I started skating in a weird way. It's because of my mom, actually. She bought me a board.
I don't know. I think probably like 10 years now.
Hey, I had a scary incident. Right, it should be 5 years back. I was 16. Skating just around my neighborhood, and I didn't see a car that was coming, and I didn't get hit by the car, but I had a slight incident. I I fear the boards. I am no longer a skater. I have personal experience with skating.
ga ke sa se lekeletse gape ga ke se ke bone go pega gore ga ke na go pega ke motsinyela o se dirang
no frela motho a ratana ke lebelela tsa o tshwana tseo le nna ke motho a ratana ke lekeletsa ba bangwe.
Due to the mixed opinions regarding skateboarding, one might ask themselves if this is really a profitable sport. Whether it's a career one can pursue and end up making and living off of it, or simply do it as a source of public entertainment or a public nuisance, depending on who you talk to.
I think it's an actual professional sport.
Yeah, I started off as a hobby, but now for sure I'm like working towards. Yeah.
It's like competitions, like sponsors just pay for your competitions. They sponsor you to go to competitions, and like they sponsor you like for flights and trips and everything like that. Yeah.
Well, one of the things is getting into contracts with corporate brands, companies. Another way to earn money is through skateboarding competitions, participating and maybe obviously getting good results in those contests. Amongst other things, endorsements, doing commercials, things like that. Well, in other countries, it's a lot more established. There's an actual industry, whereas in Botswana, it's more in its grassroots stages. So there's still a lot of room for growth and progress locally. But compared to other countries, it's definitely still just budding.
The one in SA, it's more established. They have magazines. They have companies where you can get sponsored by. They got different skate shops. In West Africa, they're getting support from people from overseas. The government is recognizing the sport, and they got a couple of skate parks too. And the one here, is still small. People are still trying to figure out what it is. And I think it's still growing compared to the other countries.
It's okay. It's an okay scene. Well, from where I come from, it's we basically don't have much, so it's kind of like an upgrade from there.
The skate scene here is quite mellow. Yeah, not many people skate these days, but back then, there's definitely more people skating.
knowing where to begin can be difficult if one wants to be a skater. Whether it's where to shop for shoes, decks, locations, or even clubs to join, it can be confusing for a beginner in this modern sport.
Oh, Posse Skate Shop. Some guy called Bastion as well.
We get it from Posey Skate Shop.
Well, locally there is a skate shop called Posse Skate Shop. They pretty much bring things in, they import things from around the world and distribute locally. But then you can also, I mean, in the modern age, you can pretty much order anything online and have it delivered to you.
Besides selling skateboarding merchandise and equipment, Posse Skate Shop has sponsored pretty much every skateboarding competition since 2016. And we also have a couple of skaters on flow. That is, we provide them with decks and grip or any equipment that they would need. If you want to contact Posse Skate Shop, you can find us on Facebook, on Instagram. We have a website. Just go on Google, www.posseskateshop.com. That's about it.
I wouldn't recommend starting skating. I would tell them to do coding or something. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, you really just need to reach out. I mean, skateboarding is a pretty open community. So if you know of somewhere where people usually go and skate, the easiest thing is just to go out and ask them for advice and ask them maybe for a skate lesson or something like that and take it from there.
I should say YouTube. Yeah, you can just learn how to skate on YouTube nowadays.
Just get a board and go to Memo. Just part of like Knuckle's skate crew.
Knuckleheads.
Yeah, there's one club, there's the one association actually in Botswana, BSA, yeah. Botswana Skateboarding Association.
The main aim for the association is to make it possible for people to be able to skate, enjoy it, make a living out of it if they would like to.
Yeah, anyone can't just join in. You gotta, it's like, I don't know, it's just you really can't join in. No one can join in. It's like, I'll say it's exclusive. But the way you can like feel a part of it is if you buy the clothes. Because, where did I start it? I mean, I just wanted to make my own, I'll say collective, or to make clothes or whatever.
Besides knowing the basics of getting into skateboarding, there is always the looming fear of feeling isolated when joining a new sport. A fear of whether people will accept you or not, or simply a fear of whether the government itself will provide aid for you to succeed in the sport.
Well, the typical stereotype of skateboarders is like drinking alcohol, smoking, and that kind of thing. But I think the lines are getting a lot more blurred as we progress into, because now skateboarding is moving up and transcending into an actual sport. So some of those stereotypes are being broken, and there's people that are like promoting Christian skateboarding and all of these other things. So all of those stereotypes are being broken.
I mean, they say that word like, I don't know if I can like say it on cam, but they say we're assholes, but that's not true. Oh, and that we're reckless too, but like that just comes with the sport.
The government currently is not doing anything about skateboarding at all.
Well, one of the most important things is national sport development. So as soon as it's recognized as an official sport, that way we can start, facilitating or like building facilities where people can go and practice and do that kind of thing. Another thing that the government can do is also create platforms for awareness, to educate people about skateboarding and, what comes with it and the lifestyle and amongst other things.
I mean, I think if they would listen to like the things that we actually need, like listen to our needs, I think we would actually build a better skate community here.
Our main mission right now is to get skateboarding recognized as a sport code. That way the government can help with funding of the sport, that is building of facilities, funding of athletes to go compete in international competitions such as the Olympics.
Do it yourself.
It's a wonderful aesthetic, I may not be on the board anymore, but there's still certain things I conform to, from just that keeping of wheels, when you sub them out, designing, the underboard, for people, and filming the experience from time to time.
It's a community, it's a family. Wherever you go in the world, where you find skaters and, you're pretty much at home.
The skaters, it's like a family type bond, yeah.
I would say it's growing.
Whether you agree with skateboarding or not, there is no denying that skateboarding is making a rise in the country as both a sport as well as a form of culture for the youth to identify themselves. This was the rise of skateboarding culture in Botswana.
That was clean.